Hello,
We
folks.
see you getting after your fitness goals.
Oh,
But what about those
what
money
tab
goals?
do I not have muted?
You can count on Credit Karma. for
Where
a
am I
clear view
getting
of your
noise from?
finances and your progress.
Oh, it is the tab for this stream. That's funny. Hi, Kapunga. Although, I need to take a look at my stream settings then. These streams aren't supposed to have ads. Yeah, why am I getting an ad on the tab for my stream? Oh, it would probably help if I streamed the game, huh? Oh, that's the stream. There we go. I guess we can count on Credit Karma. I guess so. I count on them for that 2 cents of ad revenue. Hey, it's Manuel. Good to see ya. I like these new portraits they did for Erica and Ephraim. Oh, is there a new patch of Reforged coming out? I knew that Strudel Muffin was still working on it, but I didn't know there was a patch coming out soon. Oh, you watched the Conquest ones? I really enjoyed that Conquest playthrough. So I mean, I hope you did too. I've been thinking about maybe for Pride Month I'll do Gay Fates either. I could do Birthright because I haven't done Birthright on stream before, or I could do Conquest Lunatic, or maybe we'll do Rev for maximum number of romance options. Alright, are we... Like, Cyrene actually seems pretty good now, right? 18, 21, 11. Is that better than anyone that I'm not obligated to bring? Honestly, it's kind of better than Groth, but we can't bench Groth. I really like Groth. Okay. So normally on this map, you really want to flyer max, because these eggs are going to restore health each turn until they get to full, and then they're going to hatch into somewhat annoying to kill Gorgons. But flyers can be very helpful because they can kind of get over the gaps. I wonder if killing an egg counts as killing an enemy for the purpose of Gale Force. I bet it does, would be my guess. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, so we gotta be a little careful with that one. Here, let's just find out right away if this counts for Gale Force or not. Whoa! Animation with eggs now! Yes, it does. Okay, sick. Eggs also, as you may have noticed, give quite a nice amount of EXP. Hi, DC. Is everyone promoted? Yeah, I don't think we have anyone unpromoted left. Let me double check, but I think that's true. Yeah, everyone's promoted. Nice, so now we have our Garm user. I think that was here. Yes. One thing that I really like in Tiering Saga that I wish you could do in Fire Emblem games. In that game, there's a button you can press to put a little flag on the map, which you can use to just, like, mark a location. Who are you in range of? Ah, it's you. Res is 7. I think she's fine, but it was a mistake to be unaware of that. But anyways, in Tiering Saga, you can put down these little flags to mark locations on the map, and I wish you could do that just to, like, you know, you could plop it at, like, the end of your dancer's range and be like, oh yeah, that's where my dancer can move to. Hey, Odd Panda. One Bearwick Saga. I don't know, the thing with, like, Tiering Saga is such an odd game. There's stuff I really like about Tiering Saga, and then there's stuff where I'm like, I don't know what you were cooking with this one, Kaga. Hey, Depression Cedo, good to see ya. Hey, Doi Wario and Met Caliber. Sometimes, oh yeah, I mean, sometimes the jank is really fun, like, I mean, believe me, I'm no, did I use the wrong bow? No, why didn't I get my, why didn't I get my Stormbow proc? I don't know. I love, Thrasia's my favorite Fire Emblem, so there's definitely, definitely jank can be fun. Or Thrasia's my second favorite. Sacred Stones is my favorite. You can't believe I forgot the Aaron Sampson route split? I mean, that's not a route split, is it? I'll tell you what route split I might have actually forgot, but I'm trying to remember if it's a real route split, because I don't play this one that often. Do the tutorial maps in FE12 change, depending on, which character you're recruiting and which one is the boss? Ah, okay. Yeah, I did forget that one. I'll have to pin a comment saying that. The eggs are indeed new to the hack. Okay. Neimi no mercy critting those eggs. Neimi has been like the goat of this playthrough. It might have something to do with us giving her every resource we possibly can, but she has been pretty good for us. Alright, so we need to be a little careful with this bottom section of the map. When we get around here-ish, I don't remember exactly where the line is, there's going to be ambush reinforcements. They're not ambush reinforcements. No, they're not ambush spawns. I don't know what I'm talking about. There will be reinforcements that we will have to deal with. They are not ambush reinforcements. I was thinking they're ambush because if the eggs hatch, those are ambush spawns. In vanilla. I don't know what they did with them here, but I'm assuming that's still the case. You're playing through Radiant Dawn and you thought Lyre and Kai'Sa would make the game harder. It somehow didn't. I've never used Kai'Sa, but I used Lyre in my last playthrough of Radiant Dawn, and I didn't think she was too bad to use. I mean, obviously she's not great, but I didn't think it like made things that much harder for me to use her. Because you got so many good, like, when you're in part, really anything past the first part, and some of the part 3 Dawn Brigade maps. You just have so many good units in Radiant Dawn, I feel. So, like, you can use some bad units and it's like, who cares? Part 4 Vika. Tormod and his homies are a bit of a tragedy. How is he doing on weapon ranks? Yeah, it's okay. We don't need to obsess over the sword rank too much. Hello, Hamlo. A lot of people were done dirty in Radiant Dawn, to be fair. That's true, but Tormod and his group seem like egregious to me. Like, they're there for not that much of part 1. Where they're really good. Like, Tormod feels great when you get him. And then he leaves for legitimately the entire game. Like... And then he comes back and they have given him nothing. Okay, this is fine. He can't die. And he's likely to even one-shot. Yeah, there we go. Only for Old Man and Goth Girl to be stuck in part 4. I love Old Man. That guy's great. He makes me laugh. Man, Neimi has been relentless to these eggs. I feel like she's crit like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, one thing I wonder, like, if there's some, I need to play around with Gale Force a bit more in this hack, because I feel like there's probably some funky things you can do with it. Like, if you trade chained it with different bow users, can you just get, like, a ridiculous amount of extra moves in a turn? Did I check the stats on the siege tomes? I think I killed all the siege tomes. Is the Gale Force bow exclusive to infantry archers? No, anybody can use it. Oh, the weapons. I looked at Erica's. Seemed pretty good. It is funny that it has 1 less might than its Escalade, but, you know, that won't matter too much since most of the rest of the game is going to be fighting monsters. Let me just make sure none of these guys are too scary, right? Certainly nobody is at risk of one-shotting Tana, which is what I really wanted to know. Because we can kill one of these spiders. But we can't... We can kill 2 of these enemies, but we can't kill all 3 of them this turn. Barring, crits. Not from Adelia. Although, damn, we didn't get either of the 44th. That's so sad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you did, like, a bunch of Seraph Knights and just, like, passed the Gale Force bow around. Or that would be... So if she got hit by both, that would be a problem. It's pretty unlikely that she gets hit by both. But she could, though. She'll just dodge one of them, I'm confident. I knew it. I knew Tana wouldn't let me down. Yeah, Groth having supports is really funny. I'm enjoying his chain with Amelia so far. Oh, if he disables a trap, does his skill not activate? I mean, okay, it's fine, because he didn't die. But I was under the impression he was going to be stealthed. We'll bring Lara Shell down and let her get some eggs. Yo, let's go, Amelia. Our Amelia is cooking. How much did they change about the post-game, Hamlo? Is it like new maps? Did they change the post-game recruitables at all? Skirmishes seem the same, recruits seem the same, and they come with an extra copy of their new stuff. Bounty is mostly the same, but the final floor has 3 special bosses. Okay, so different enough that I should play it. Just want to heal Colm. You've never played the post game of Sacred Stones? It's not bad. I don't usually play it anymore, because I feel like once you've played it once, you've kind of like seen what the Sacred Stones post game has to offer. But I think it's worth playing, at least, like, going through the tower and going through the ruins one time each, at least. But yeah, I don't usually, when I replay this game, I don't usually do it again. Yo, hit her with the 2-frame instant unblockable. It's interesting, though, that they did, like, by Fire Emblem... I forgot I was getting a skill. Well, it doesn't really matter. I do think it's interesting that after doing, by Fire Emblem standards, a fairly extensive post-game, that they kind of stopped doing them after this. Like, 9 doesn't have a post-game, 10 doesn't have a post-game. I guess 10... This isn't quite a post-game, but 10 does at least have, like, some changes on second playthroughs, like the Peleus stuff. I don't think 11 or 12 had post-games. They had DLC. They had some DLC. Oh, are the 9 trial maps post-game? I didn't realize that you don't just have those. This guy's 23 on 11 AS. So yeah, Duessel can move up and he's not, like, gonna die. Yeah, I mean, Awakening, I would say, had a post-game in that, like... I mean, some of it was DLC, but, like... I feel like the Spot Pass DLC kind of counts since it was free. Obviously, there's some people that don't have access to it, but, you know, most people have it. And then, obviously, Apotheosis is meant to be, like, the ultimate in post-game, right? And then Fates had DLC. Yeah, I mean, they started doing DLC pretty consistently in the 3DS era. Are those reinforcements new, or were they always here? I'm not sure. So Fates DLC was different than Awakenings. At least the DLC from Fates that I played. Maybe some of Fates DLC was like this, and I just don't know because I didn't play a whole lot of it. But Awakening DLC, you used your units at whatever level they were, and the DLC wasn't scaled at all. So, like, if you did an early DLC late in the game, you would stomp it, and if you did a late DLC early in the game, you would struggle. And then in Fates, the DLC I played, although there must be some where you get to bring your units, because I think they sold a grinding map, but I think most Fates DLC gave you fixed units. And it wasn't, like, necessarily relevant to the playthrough. Okay, so you got to bring your army for some of them. That's cool. And then Three Houses gave us, like, fixed units, and then Engage gave us, like, sort of kind of fixed units, except they have the rings and skills that you have, but, like, are otherwise fixed. I don't know, Felxenolog was weird. Although, I guess in Engage's case, the DLC isn't like post-game, right? Like I think they expect you to do the DLC like during your playthrough rather than after it. Because it's all like, you unlock it in chapter 7 or whatever, and it's all shit that, you know, you can use. Oh my god, Neimi's so good! Hi, Strawberry Lemonade. Only play the Xenologue for Gregory. I really like, I think Nell has one of the coolest character designs in Engage, and it's a shame that I have to play through the Fel Xenologue to have access to her. One of the things that I think would have been a really cool thing for them to add with, like, the Ring DLC, would have been, like, some options for customizing your run. Like, I think I would have done... I mean, I did a lot of playthroughs of Engage, but I think I would have even done, like... Oh, I think I even would have done 1 or 2 more if, you could do things like randomize the rings or like switch out some of the rings for the DLC ones. And like, I don't know, see how the game changes if you maybe replace the Ike ring with the Hector ring or something. I don't know, I think that would have been cool. Don't lose your head, Lizard. I'm trying my best. Yeah, loot does get a hat. Only in Mage Knight. Only in Mage Knight, which is why we picked it. In Sacred Stones, I actually often go Sage for her. Even though I think Mage Knight is better. But I often go Sage because I'm a big fan of, like, the opera gloves that the, women get in Sage. You don't get them on Mage Knight. Alright, Gale Force kind of huge on this map, not gonna lie. You found the channel trying to find a good game to play while commuting. I definitely understand that. There was a little while where I was going to work by bus. But it's like a pretty long bus ride. Like I was on there for like an hour. And I did a lot of reading and script writing on there. But if I wasn't a hater of playing games on my phone, that would have been a good time to play some stuff I haven't gotten around to yet. Yeah, I liked riding the bus to work. The only problem was it was just a little too inconsistent for me. Because it was like the bus I catch that goes from my work to home is like the last one that runs. So if there's any delay, then I gotta like take a big Uber, and it's annoying. Yeah, I think in theory you could use an egg to grind. Like I noticed earlier, La Rochelle couldn't one-shot, one-round the eggs. So I assume that, if I felt like taking the time, I could have used them to grind her. Hello, Rello. Good to see you. I'm doing good today. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing good too. I had my hair dyed for the first time yesterday. It was an interesting experience. Wyvern Amelia is cooking. She is on fire right now. What color? Black. We went from brown to black. Well, how is it supposed? Is it pronounced Relas or Relos? What's the intended pronunciation? Rello. All right, you got it. Okay. The only egg that needs to die this turn is this one. So yeah, I believe we will be getting a no egg playthrough of the map because I don't think any eggs are gonna crack. This is a good map for getting Erica some levels, too. Since she had to wait to promote, it's nice that we can just get her a quick 3-4 levels killing eggs. All eggs scrambled could have been a morning stream. We might be bringing back a morning stream soon. I think Baldur's Gate is probably going to end next week or the week after. And so we'll probably put something else in that time slot. I was thinking about playing, depending on how long the amount of Sacred Stones I want to get through tonight takes, I might try Darkest Deity 2 at the end of this stream, and that might become the new Saturday stream. Have I ever played Darkest Dungeon? I have. I really like Darkest Dungeon. I'm not very good at it, but I think that game's cool. Big improvement on the original. That's what everybody's been telling me, which is why I was excited to try it. Because I thought the original had promise, but ultimately, like, I had some... I don't know. I didn't like the original as much as I was hoping I would. But I heard that the new one is really fun. So I want to try it. Time to wash the rice and get it cooking. Bless. I love me some rice. Rice is the holy grain. I'm inclined to agree. Might be my favorite grain. Something that I think is cool about the GBA games is because there's no like there's no voice acting. The faces are like animated in a pretty limited way, right? Like you get at most expressions. So I think they do a good job of doing a lot to create expressiveness with their limited resources. Like, we got, like, these basically, like, the two faces of Leon, and I like how he switches between them. And, like, even just the darkening of the text box, like, it's, you know, it's simple, but I think it creates an interesting effect in a medium where, you know, they were clearly limited in how they could present the story. Compared to how they are now. Yo? Yo? Oh my god. Oh, that's a new Ericus, right? La Rochelle, if you knew what was in Darkling Woods, you would not say there's no reason to despair. Do you know how many reinforcements are in those woods? That map's got like hundreds of enemies. Oh, Ephraim had some Angie faces. See, the problem is I, like, don't recognize new faces for Ephraim because I never play his route. I spend so little time with this man. The real question on this map is do the classic ghost. Let's get scared, lizard. Ah! I wonder if either of the two classic cheeses work on this map or not. Okay, interesting. This is a different map objective, I think. Right? Isn't it typically defend Pontifex, not survive? So I'm guessing killing the boss will not get us out of the map then. That's my prediction number one. That killing the boss will not end the map. I suspect the other cheese probably will work, which is rescue Mansell into here or here, and then just plug the one-tile choke point. But let's at least try playing it the way that we are supposed to, at least once. We're gonna make Garrick a rebel, because why not? Check the guy next to Mansell. Alright, we'll have a look. Oh yeah, FE8 gives you, for the last few maps of the game, gives you so much deployment. Ooh, he's got a purge and a physic. We love that. He's also a saint. Okay, I think we ditched Lucan for Cyrene. The rest of this team is probably okay. Let's just appropriately gear them. I completely forgot we have a bolting. We're going to give that to Loot, not Sol. I'm assuming our Loot's magic is higher than Sale's, right? Oh, they're actually pretty close. But Loot's is higher. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to bring Seth. We'll bring Noel for summons instead. I think I would also maybe rather bring Inez than Dazla, because I don't think I'm going to use either of them for combat much. But Inez can, like, poke easier, plus he brings a leadership star. Can Sala use that? Yeah. Alright, I mean, let's see how this goes. Let's also reposition. Excuse me. Ugh. A little bit sleepy today. I'll put Lara Shell up here. With, we'll put Duessel. He'll be like our tanky dude up here. Send Inez up there, and then also Forde, because he can do like longbow shenanigans, and then everybody else can hang out over here. Do we need a lockpick? Let's give Colm a lockpick. We could bring Renak for chests. Can like not. We don't actually really need Garrick.
Soren.
Soren! Hey, thank you for the super chat, Mech Caliber. I really appreciate that. Who is it getting? Renak. Renak. Where are you, Renak? There you are. Oh, Rescue's got 10 uses now. I should be using that. I was thinking it still had the typical amount. How are the OC characters? The sword trainee before I was obligated to kill her by chat, I thought was pretty cool. Lucan is neat. I really like Groth. I would say none of them have like blown me away as units yet, but I think all of them are fun characters at the very least. Mina gets Gale Force on her special promotion, and that's awesome. Obligated to kill her is a funny sentence. Yeah, you're not wrong. Do enemy assassins get lethality? Here, we can check. Yes. Oh, but it's changed in this. It just it's not an instant kill. It just adds more damage. Ah, she's got the torch. I was gonna say, no, I brought a torch. You and the child flirts? Have you ever met, like, a middle schooler? I feel like middle schoolers are, like, flirting all the time. in their own often awkward ways. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. I think out of the new characters, I do think Groth is my favorite so far, though. He makes me laugh. Make my little Kaga block. I will say I'm interested to see if they changed the reward for saving all the green units on this map, because I have never gotten that reward without doing like the 1 or 2 turn clear where you kill the boss, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to work here. It's hella better. I mean, that's good. I feel like if you can't do the skip and it's actually hard to get, then it should be better than like, what is it, a light brand in vanilla? Alright. Maybe these knights are going to take out this armor slayer guy before they can bother my great knight. Yo, the soldiers are gaming? Or at least they're gaming better than the knights were. Yo, let's go. Hello, Ignat. We love Tana. Alright, enjoy your rice. Ooh, you got bay leaves. Nice. We're gonna use that summon as a scout. Just to keep an eye on what's going on over there. Your cooking's leveling up. I'm a pretty alright cook. I do much more baking than cooking, but you know, I know my way around the kitchen. Oh yeah, I mean, our Amelia is pretty much on fire at this point. Anyways, we're going to start making more aggressive use of our rescue staff because there's not that much game left, so we should be making use of our resources. Can also kind of do a bit of a puff puff pass on the bolting tome. Has Fire Emblem have a good competitor in the same genre? I think there are a lot of good tactics games. I'm of the opinion that most tactics games don't like quite do what Fire Emblem does, which is why I tend to not like them quite as much. Like, I think if you want purely a tactical gameplay experience, I think there's many great games. Like XCOM is awesome. But I haven't found one that like quite merges the tactics with the RPG in like the exact same way Fire Emblem does. Like the closest I've played recently would be like Triangle Strategy, which I really liked, and Unicorn Overlord, which I also really liked. But even those, like, I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but they don't feel quite the same to me. Whoop. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of indie games that are, like, highly Effie inspired. Oh man, these Armored Slayer guys aren't messing around. We're gonna have to maybe take those out with our archers. She'll probably be okay there. I wonder if they changed the summoning limit to 5 per map. Can you have more than one active at a time? Excuse me. Or if I summon a new phantom, is it going to get rid of the old one? I don't know. You want to play Unicorn Overlord, but you don't have a console. Yeah, it would be cool if it got a PC release. I really liked that game. I'm actually replaying it right now because I realized I've never like made a video on it. And I want to recommend it to people because I think it's super fun. It's probably my favorite new game to come out that year. Let me think about that. What else came out that year that I like actually played? What? Well, that's unfortunate. It came out in 2024. Which is funny. It feels like older than that to me, but I guess it isn't. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Alright. Alright, I don't think we necessarily have to change that much. We just have to not put loot where we put loot. I do want to give some items out that I realized I didn't. Groth already has Vidofnir. Perfect. We can give Amelia Garm. Oh, and then I want to actually give Duessel a lance. Oh, and also a 1-2 range option. Okay, so what I want to do this time is, I think I can just send Amelia down to take care of all of the chumps down there. And then we can play a little more aggressively with Colm on the left side with his stealth. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, we could maybe even take out the druids a bit quicker. Hi, Nova. Yeah, Unicorn Overlord was really good. I do highly recommend it. Alright, and then I kind of think we can just put Amelia here with the tomahawk, and I'm pretty sure she'll be fine. You know, maybe famous last words, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. We can take out both these Luna Druids now, which I think will be good for the long-term health of our army. What's the combat like in Unicorn Overlord? Trying to think how to, like, succinctly describe it. Oh yeah, PSI Princess actually just summarized it pretty well. Squad-based with real-time movement, but you can control what your character's doing in a round of combat with some equivalent of programming. Yep. And then these two can support our up here squad as needed. Yeah, Amelia's just gonna cook this whole side. Not today, Mr. Druid. Thank you for your service, Green Unit. Yeah, I like when Amelia gets some new options. I think people really like using Amelia, so I think it's cool when you are rewarded for doing so. 14. Yeah, we should be good because she's gonna proc her passive. Ooh, rice, chicken, and vegetable. Very good. Nice, nice, healthy, tasty dinner. I guess we just use stiletto here, and I need to have to hit a 36 hit and an 11 crit, and it's 2 RN, so this is probably okay. I don't remember if there's anything in this corner, but we're just going to send Amelia over to do a quick check to make sure the coast is clear for our homie here. The Tana Sprite does look good. I really like it. It's just nice because I'm a big Tana fan, so... Cool, so then if Colm doesn't have an easy kill next turn, we can have him just kill that hero. Tana or Lara Shell for Ephraim. I mean, I prefer both with Erica, but if I must choose, I would say Tana, I think. I mean, in vanilla, I think it's... Is it not all of them? I thought they all had to survive. Oh, so much for my... Oh, okay, he dodged. I was gonna say so much for my easy kill for Colm, but... I mean, maybe it's more than a certain number. Like I said, it's pretty rare that I play this map the way you're supposed to. Okay, looks like we're clear over there for now. Man, Colm rules. Hi, Tron. Let me know if I pronounced that correctly, by the way. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we can have Erica kill this guy, Neimi can kill this guy, then we're pretty good on the west side of the map, I think. Then we can have our bolting users run up and support the north side of the map. Yeah, let me know. I don't think I'm going to reset for it unless it's something insane. But yeah, let me know what it is, the reward. Hi, Daria. Yeah, I am really enjoying Colm this playthrough. I think he's so fun. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. It's a forged staff. Oh, I still didn't even finish up. I still have a forged staff. I should probably be using it more. Alright, so what we're going to do, because I want to do more boltings, we are going to... rescue Tethys to over here so that we can dance and then bolting again. Because what I want to do is get rid of these armor slayers. Because Duessel has 21 defense, so I'm not as worried about him against these other dudes. Hey, Mac, the 9-use rescue staff. Yeah, they gave it a lot of uses in this hack. Because what is it, 5 in vanilla? I think it's 5. Yes, many such cases of me getting a limited resource and not using it because I want to save it for later. Oh my god, so many horse-effective weapons up here. Hi, Transcendent creators. Yeah, they made it a survive map. What's the name of this objective, Nor? Is it Protect Mansell? I'm not sure, I'd have to look. The Gold Knight is Duessel. They just gave him a new sprite. But he's still a great knight. Anyways, man, I gotta take care of these horse-effective weapons, because they're gonna mess Duessel up if I'm not careful. Alright, I'm having a vision to maximize my boltings per turn. Can you guys tell I like it when games give me siege weapons? I remember when I played Engage and I realized Soren gave you bolting. That was an exciting day for me. All right, so we're gonna have Duessel pull back for one more turn because I do not want him getting hit by the effective weapons. Yeah. Let's see. Any reason not to just shoot this guy? No, I think we should shoot this guy. Good job, name it. Oh yeah, I did want to test my question. If I do another summon, does this one go away? Yes. Okay, good to know. No, nothing's beating Neimi in this playthrough, because Neimi can just, like, one-shot everything and then run 800 miles with her Gale Force bow. It's pretty impressive, to be honest. What a unit. The real Seth. True. Ooh, green unit? Oh, it's gonna do 1 damage. Way to go, green unit. 2 damage? These green units are crazy. Imagine getting killed by a green unit. I think I'd retire. Like, I'd be like, maybe I'm just not cut out to be a Fire Emblem unit. Okay, we'll send this guy. That's true. I guess I would be dead if that happened. That's a fair point. Can any of them shoot that square, or is that square safe? That square's safe. I do like the idea of bolting as a combat art. I actually really liked, at least in concept, the way that it worked in. I thought Siege Tomes gelled pretty well with Three Houses spell system, where it was like you had your X amount of boltings per map. So it was like, you couldn't just spam it because you only had so many uses. But, like, you had, because they replenished every map, I never felt like, oh, I better not use it because I might need it later. So I kind of liked that in Three Houses. Similarly, it worked well in Engaged with Soren, too, where it was like, you kind of have, like, a window of opportunity to take care of to take advantage of your Siege Tome, because then you're gonna unengage and not have it anymore. I think if she has the support, she gets the kill here. No, not even with the support. Bummer. Finally, the Stormbow fails to kill something. I wonder if maybe Duessel was not the right pick for this job. I didn't realize how much horse-effective weaponry there was up here. Plus, he's gonna get doubled by some stuff. Okay, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, then we can have Duessel kill the other horse effective guy, and then he just has to deal with these fellas. We can even do it at 2 range, and then trade chain so that we provoke fewer dudes at once. Because I do think we prefer him on a sword, because he's about to fight an Axeman. Okay, yeah, there's nothing we can do about him getting doubled, so we might as well have him on the Silver Blade. Okay, this guy's got a light brand, he's got 24 attack. So Cyrene can actually take a hit from him as long as she's not in range of anyone else. Is the warrior here or here? Doesn't matter, we need to move Cyrene. But that's fine, because we can. Just keep an eye down here as well. Ooh, things are beginning to get messy. Hi, Phones. Hi, Clingy. Good to see y'all. A sticky situation we find ourselves in. Okay, I think he can take a hit from the light brand guy if he needs to, so we can have him go here. We need to rescue Cyrene, and we need to rescue Loot. We're on that Moulder grind set. Oh, nice. Now we can use Latona whenever we get that. I say whenever we get that, like we're not going to get it right after this map. I can certainly kill this guy with the storm bow. Blue gargoyle. Hi, Rin. Yeah, we got a blue gargoyle. Here, I'll show him to you in a minute. This is Groth. Meet Groth. Here, we can probably just snipe this archer with a bolting, then we don't have to deal with the brave bow. Yeah, so Erica can actually take a hit from both of them because she's the goat. So I think we just park her here. Let her kind of bait them in, and then we can finish them off with, like, whoever, pretty much, I think. Inez, you just stand there and look pretty providing your leadership star. Good job, my friend. Who would I say are the weakest members of my main squad? I don't know that I would say they're, like, weak, but I think that Duessel and Groth are among the more limited members of my squad. Yo? Okay, Erica. Not because they're bad, but just because, like, a lot of my other units can, like, one round, whereas, like, their main thing is, like, just being tanky, which is useful sometimes. Like, I think it's useful here. Bonk. What'd I do to deserve that bonk? Yeah, I mean, doubling up on the effective weapons was certainly unfortunate here since there were, like, 3 of them up there.
Kill every
Last one of them! Alright, we get Angie Lizard. I almost knocked over my drink, then I would have been, then I really would have been Angie Lizard. Colm be like, I'm in danger. Don't worry, buddy. You're not really in danger. You're gonna be just fine. Let's just find the best target for you to kill. Let's kill the Great Knight. Hey, Bo. Who's my favorite unit so far this run? It's gotta be Neimi, right? I think it's Neimi. I think the 3 range was a good change for her, and admittedly, I could have given someone else the Gale Force bow, and they probably would have been good too. But I gave it to Neimi, so I've been having a very good time using Neimi and her stupid Gale Force bow. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Bo. I really appreciate that. Heard Colm and Neimi are getting nerfed. I have to say, I am enjoying Colm. I do understand, though, because I do feel like there's a lot of maps in FE8 where you could kind of just, like, if you really wanted to, you could just slowly walk through them, killing one thing a turn with Colm and like win, and it would be like I think it would work, but I think it would be pretty boring. Your AS 16. Oh my god, this range is fast as hell. It's okay, Eric has got it. Then we can do a little dance rescue strat. Random design question. How do I feel about crits in FE7? Do I think they're an unnecessary... Or in FE, not in FE7. Do I think they're unnecessary extra RNG in an RNG heavy game, or a fun bit of extra spice or design... Or spice / hype during a turn? So I think it kind of, like, depends on... I think in Fire Emblem it makes sense to have crits. So to me, the thing that you get out of crits is like... Or, like, when I have the most fun playing Fire Emblem, it's kind of like... adapting to things that happen each turn on the fly. And crits can introduce... ooh, a second bolting. That's exciting. Crits can introduce, like, another element of... just, like, another thing for you to react to. Like, you can have a perfectly laid plan or whatever, and then, like, a crit changes things. And I think that's fun. But if you're like the kind of person that likes like, oh, I like to like really plan out my turns for maximum reliability, then I think depending on the game, it maybe it could still be fun. It just kind of depends. I would say it is probably fun if you are the kind of person that likes like figuring out kind of the optimization problem of how can I maximize my chance of success despite crits. But if you're like the kind of person where you're like, oh, it's gonna annoy me if I die to a crit, then I could see it being frustrating. I do also think there was a design goal of crits in early Fire Emblem that I don't think is super relevant anymore. But I really think in the, like, FE1, it really strikes me as you were just supposed to have units die sometimes. Like, it wasn't supposed to be, like, a big deal to have a unit die. And in that sense, I think crits make a lot of sense, because they're like, oh, they introduce, like, a new, like, way for a unit to die, right? That's more difficult to plan around, because, like, the idea was, like, not just to create challenges for the player to adapt to, but also to create, like, drama, right? Like, it's dramatic when your unit dies. And I think more modern games, and by more modern, I mean, like, I don't know, everything after maybe FE5 or 6. I think the series has kind of moved away from that. To different degrees. Like, I think in Three Houses is the most moved away from that we've ever been, I think. But I think we've been kind of slowly moving away from that since the early days of FE. I should do a game where the minimum crit chance is 1%. Honestly, I feel like in some games that wouldn't even like change that much. Like, if you're like in a lot of like if it's like a 2RN game. Oh my god, there's so many enemies. All right. Hold on. Let me figure out what the hell I'm doing here. But like in a 2RN game, like if you gave every enemy 1% crit or whatever, if you have high dodge rates, I feel like that wouldn't feel that bad. Okay, so we can easily get the kill on that guy. And then maybe we run in and bolting the other one might be the move. Here we can even go from one space lower here. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying it's a great idea. I would probably not give all of the enemies 1% crit. But I think it would probably, like, make a difference less often than people think. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, Thracia. Like, the 1% hit thing is, like, memed on a lot. But how often do you actually get hit by a 1% hit? Like, maybe once or twice a playthrough, right? And then out of those once or twice a playthrough, how many of those hits, like, astronomically change the outcome of a map? Like, I think the most impactful, like, minimum number thing in any of the FEs that I'm familiar with is probably, like, the minimum 1 damage in SOV. Because that, like, actually matters a lot, right? Like, a 1% hit matters maybe a couple times a playthrough. But everyone doing 1 damage is going to be relevant every time your tanky unit does combat. And maybe not every time your tanky unit does combat it's relevant, but, like, pretty often, I feel. I think part of the frustration with crits in Fire Emblem, though, is that tripling damage is, like, a lot. I mean, depending on the context, but often it's a lot. And so it feels like... it's like, and most people, I think, reset when a unit dies, right? So it's like the consequence of getting crit is potentially like an hour of your time, which is, you know, I can understand why people are unhappy about that. Tana, that's like the second high 80 you've missed today. What's going on with you? You alright? Oh, nice. He's got D-staves. Perfect. What's the range of rune? Half magic. So he's got 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he should be able to rune there. We can send Amelia over to help with whatever enemies just spawned here. And then they're all just sitting ducks for Neimi. Hi, Asui. Yeah, runes are neat. They're like it's just like a better version. Well, I guess sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. But it's like, obstruct and engage, except potentially more powerful, but you don't get as many. That was one of my favorite things in Engage, was having 8 million obstruct stabs. just quickly pull loot over to safety. Alright, and then I feel pretty good about where we're at. The only thing is I'm not actually quite sure how long runes last. Also, these poor green units that I have locked out of the defensive perimeter. Poor green unit. Hey, fancy bedroom. Yeah, the green units are in trouble. Oh, they've got stilettos? Oh, it's over. It's over for these green units. He took their vulnerary, and now he's gonna take their lives. Low-key, it's a shame that I don't think Rennick even has a weapon, because he could probably just walk up and kill that guy if he did. That's true, that one green unit is based for hitting the 38. Okay, he's not gonna, like, one-shot Renak or anything. Guys are sword only, right? Are you fast? Man, why are these guys why are all of these guys fast? Maybe Duessel's just slow. He's fine. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some Duessel, but my man's getting doubled. Yes, Excalibur gives Kanto after attacking. I'm just gonna assume what spawned down here wasn't an archer. And if it was, I will regret some choices that I've made. Food posted on Discord. Let me take a peek. Ooh, that looks tasty. I would eat that. Yeah, I figured it was probably in positivity. I was like, the only two channels that really... Well, I guess it could have been in general. But the two channels I checked first were positivity and, there's like maybe art and promotion. But I figured probably positivity. General, I think you mean Wordle chat. True, to be honest. Alright, and then I think we're okay up here. Hopefully I didn't miss something super obvious. Yo, summon kill? Let's go! Wait, they get EXP? Can they... Wait, hold on. Oh, Noel gets the experience. Neat. Alright, I will say at least Duessel doesn't really care about getting doubled if it's not a pretty darn strong enemy. Why is this Phantom cooking? Yeah, you can't counter that weapon. Colm has one. I usually use it to fight like mages and stuff where he doesn't need a better weapon to kill them. You know, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there seems to be a lot of enemies. Goodbye, green units. See, I really would have rather you purged. Oh, he can't guarantee one round this guy. So sad. First time watching What is Groth? Hi, man in box. Groth is our gargoyle homie. We picked him up in chapter 13. Oh, I didn't mean to confirm that, but that's okay. We can just make a new one. I do love Groth. He is baby girl. This is the longest I've spent on this map in years. I can't remember the last time I... That's a crazy ranged attack animation. I can't remember the last time I played the duration of this map. I'm also hopeful that, hopefully these runes run out on player phase, and are not, like, ambush runes, for lack of a better term. Because I am just kind of assuming that's the case. Does, yes, Groth has supports. I thought there were going to be more dangerous enemies over here. I probably could have sent a worse unit than Amelia. Now the question is, what is the tome requirement? B. So I'm guessing you don't have B, right? No. Or say, can Moulder take a turn? But he cannot. Moulder can berserk, though. And in this context, berserking is kind of like killing an enemy. Oh, I completely forgot about the top left of the map. Hopefully everything's fine up there. I did not look at it last turn. Hey, white blacklight, that's true. I think he's okay. As long as he doesn't get double crit by the assassin. Oh god. I think he's not okay. No! That's so sad, because it's literally just because I forgot to look up there. All I had to do was heal him. All I had to do was heal him. No! Oh, no. This is a disaster. Oh, all I had to do was remember to heal him. It was gonna be fine. We were gonna put a rune here. These guys would have been like, what the hell? We would have berserked this guy. All just memories now. I think this is where we're gonna stop, because I realized we were going for like 2 hours 15 already, and this is like I don't know. I could see this map going an hour, but I think next time we are gonna just pop the runes here. I wasn't thinking we were gonna have to do that, but it is actually kind of annoying to play this as a defense map with my team comp, because I don't have any tanky units that aren't like soft to like bow and arrows or something. That'll also make it easier to get the treasure. So I think that's what we'll do next time. But for now, that's where we're going to stop for the evening. But thank you all for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. This is a really fun ROM hack. I recommend checking it out. It's Sacred Stones Reforged by Strudel Muffin. New video came out a few hours ago, so if you want to check that out, you'll find it on the channel. Other than that, hope you have a lovely week. Hope to see you in next week's stream, which might get moved to Saturday, because I think I'm doing like Easter family dinner on Sunday. But we will be streaming next week, just it might be Saturday. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you have a great week.